I'd like to start off by saying I agree with Mike Mullins that suicide is the primary source of gun violence in Virginia, and that is actually a really big problem, and we do need to work on that. But the non-suicide deaths can go back to what I was saying earlier, is if you get rid of victimless crimes, we can lower a lot of gang violence. The gangs are out there protecting turf because we've created a black market. It creates extremely high profits, and it also makes it so you don't have a legal means to mediate disputes. And so their only means are violence. And if you end the black market, you end the incentive to have gangs that are doing a black market, and it ends all of the problems with somebody stole my stuff and I can't go to the police. Now, in terms of what we can do as a state for some of the legal things, is we can modernize background checks. People use their cell phones for everything right now. And why is it that we can't just take a picture of a state ID, it'll either give you a green check mark if you're good to buy the gun, a red X if it's no, or a yellow question mark. This would be a simple technology that some kid in his basement could probably come up with, and it could, it would just make a lot of sense. And a lot of gun owners, I'm a libertarian, and a lot of libertarians are very much into the Second Amendment. They want to be safe with this. They don't want their guns getting in the wrong hands, and they wish there was a simpler, instantaneous method for this to happen. And in terms of closing loopholes, there is a loophole we need to close. It is the drinking while concealed carrying loophole. Now, I can't drink in a bar, partially because I don't drink, but also because I'm not a sworn officer. If I were a sworn officer, I would be allowed to go into a bar, conceal carrying, and consume alcohol. We need to close that loophole. That's ridiculous. Now, on suicide, we definitely need to help that. And right now, we have the government alternative, the CSB, as a lot of where we get our funding. And I would rather we, the people, work on preventing suicide. And of course, we, the people, need funding. It's not just your neighbors and your friends trying to help them. Of course, we want that. But we have a method of funding. It's called the Neighborhood Assistance Program. This is one of the best programs we have in Virginia, and is very little known. You can get 65% refund on your taxes for Virginia if you donate to one of these charities. But there's a couple of problems with it. The charities have caps. We need to get rid of those caps. And the other thing is you have to actually donate $500 to qualify. So I want to remove the caps and lower that down to $100. So if you pay as little as $65 and you think an organization is doing a really good job on suicide or mental health or whatever, you can give them a $100 donation and get $65 tax credit. So that would be a really good program so that we can, again, get a competitive system so that we can get the best system. Whoever is running the best anti-suicide prevention, they will get the most funding because we, the people, know better than you, the government. And I would also like to put where I agree with everyone else in here. So Dave was saying that we have need better access to generics. Absolutely, 100% we need better access to generics. And Shelley was saying that we need to have mental health officials not report people. And I agree with that, because if someone is feeling suicidal, the last thing we need to have them is worry about that they're going to get locked up because they went and saw a doctor.